Hello friends, it's your old pal Mike Storm, the art teacher, with another fun and easy lesson that's great for younger artists. 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old artists that are just starting to get their hands into art supplies. What we're going to do is, we're going to have some construction paper of different colors, some glue. I have a bottle glue there and a glue stick. And I have all these unusual shapes of cardboard cut out, okay? Some may remind you of things like that looks like a heart, but you can turn it upside down or sideways and change it. Some are rectangles. We have some round shapes, but you're just gonna pick a shape and we're gonna rip up pieces of construction paper with our hands. We're not gonna use scissors, we're gonna use our hands. And this is good practice for your, look at that. I'll make that nice strip there. You can tear things up smaller. Maybe you want to tear more than one piece at a time. We could take this pink and this red piece and tear out random shapes that end up being the same. But this is good practice for using your hands and getting your hand muscles strengthened up. And this can help you when you get a little bit older to hold a pencil better or to hold a crayon better. Maybe tie your shoes a little better because you're getting practice with these hands. So, as you can see, here's one. There's the back. And on this one, I tore out pieces of paper and glued them together so they're really close. There's almost no space where you can see the cardboard. And you could cover that up further if you wanted. Let's do that. I am going to glue a piece of the construction paper right here. What I like to do is put the glue just a little bit on the back of the paper and stick it on there. Okay, that one's pretty much covered up. This one, you might see a young artist do this where they're not as interested in covering the entire thing. It's just gluing some shapes down on there. They can be really tight like that, or they can be loose with space in between them. They can go off the side, that's okay. If you don't like that, once it's dry, you can just kind of trim it off like that, all right? On this one, see how that's a triangle on the back? But I have the pieces sticking up, so you can't even really see what the shape is from there, but it has texture. And the way I did that was I took strips of paper like this, put a little bend in them, laid down a tiny line of glue, and just stuck it on there. And that'll be dry very soon. So we'll set these aside, and I'm just gonna start another one briefly. I'm gonna pick a random shape. There's sort of like a half an oval. And just gonna rip up some pieces smaller. It's kind of easy to get them into strips like that. It's a little harder to make them round, like a circle or an oval, but that's okay. You can play around with patterns of colors. You can do red and pink, or you can just do random colors. Don't be afraid to tear up some paper. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's the fun thing when you're making art. Nothing has to be perfect. There's no such thing. There's just the best you can do. Okay. And you'll see these pieces of paper already have straight edges on them. So if you want a nice straight edge, you can tear it like that, and that stays straight. And that'll keep it nice and neat there on the edges. If you want, you don't have to keep it nice and neat. So that's liquid glue, all right? I like to keep that closed when I'm not using it. Or you can use a glue stick. That looks purple, but it'll dry clear. All right. And this is just a quick little intro video. I'm not gonna get too in depth here. I know I want to keep this to about 3 minutes or so. I'm gonna ask my faithful cameraman, Mr. OJ, just about how much time I've been filming. I can't tell.
4 minutes and 45 seconds.
Oh my goodness. Well, you get the idea, see? I went a little overboard with my time. But that's what it is. It's like a sort of a paper mosaic. And we'll get you the shapes, the paper, and the glue, and you have fun. All right, peace.